Hey everybody, and welcome to our very first dining review for the Imagineers podcast. I'm Matt, and I am here today joined with fellow agent Lydia. Hey Lydia.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing very good.
Enjoying your stay at Disney World?
I am. It's been amazing.
Awesome. So, Animal Kingdom is celebrating their 20th anniversary, so I couldn't think of a better place to do our first review than Tiffins in Animal Kingdom. So, we're sitting in Tiffins right now. We're going to have some lunch. And Tiffins, just a little backstory about Tiffins. Like, this is one of my favorite restaurants as far as theming goes. The Imagineers, the entire design of the restaurant is based off of the travels of the Imagineers when they went to go play in Animal Kingdom. So you're going to see those influences in each of the three dining rooms. The three dining rooms, there are Asian art in the first one, there is African art in the second one, and then the third dining room, which is the one we're actually in currently, is based on the wildlife of Africa. If you're looking for one of the best themed restaurants in Walt Disney World, I think this is a go-to, on top of the excellent food.
Amazing.
So this restaurant is seasonal, so you're going to have rotating dishes, so you're never going to have quite the same experience every time.
Correct.
The only thing that will remain is the quality.
Yes.
So,
Quality and mainly the proteins.
Yes.
But quality will be there 100% through
Amazing.
and through.
so
Yeah.
Awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
So, you want to go ahead and put our order in, or
Yeah, let's do
okay.
it.
Yeah.
You can
Awesome.
go first.
Oh, ladies first.
Oh, okay.
What are you torn between, honey?
Well, I think she got the ramen. It looked really good.
Yes.
Was it good? It's amazing. It was amazing. But then you said the swordfish. So those are the two I'm.
So just, I mean, do you want to go for like a nice kind of soupy meal, or do you want to go for something a little different? Because with the swordfish too, there's a black forbidden rice with sukumono, which is pickled cabbage mixed with that rice. It also has a shallot butter, so it's a more creamier kind of grain.
Okay.
And then it has trompe l'oeil mushrooms, nice thick meaty kind of
Oh,
mushrooms.
I like those. You know what? I'll just do the swordfish.
Swordfish?
Yeah.
Swordfish it is. Perfect.
And
for yourself.
I'm going to do the Wagyu.
The Wagyu? Do you want to do medium rare, medium? What's your preference on that?
Medium rare.
Medium rare? Beautiful. So, with the grilled swordfish on, you have your beautiful swordfish on top of that togarashi. Again, that's going to be the Asian spices. The two strips right here that are tucked over there, those are the trompe l'oeil mushrooms. Nice meaty flavor on that. That beautiful black forbidden rice with the sukumono. Again, that pickled cabbage mixed throughout. And that sweet carrot coconut puree to kind of balance and pull the sweetness out. You ready? With the eye of the ribeye. Your beautiful center eyes right here on the side. Then we have that beautiful golden color through the middle is a nice cauliflower sweet potato puree. You have some marbled potatoes, cauliflower pieces, the little teardrops. Best part about that, they are called sweetie drop peppers. They're a South American pepper. They're gonna pop like a tomato, but have more of like a sweeter side of like a pepper. All right, and then this color right here, that kind of off white brown color, it's called amarula. It's a liqueur in South Africa. It's a big fruit, and it's almost like a Kahlua flavor. So we cook it down, render it, and it gives a nice sweetness to that. You ready?
Wonderful. So, looking forward to it. This is going to be
Awesome.
great.
It's going to be delicious, I promise you. And I'll get more water like I promised, and I'll be back in a moment, okay?
Thank you.
Of course.
All right, here I go. It's not how I expected it to taste, but it's like amazing.
It's not like overly fishy or pretty
It's
light.
not. It honestly doesn't even taste like a fish. It's like more. It's denser than an actual fish, but like yummy. And the spices really like come out after you swallow.
The Wagyu is so good.
They look amazing.
Yeah, I mean it.
Did you get medium rare?
Yes,
Okay.
as all steaks should be.
Huh. No, I do that.
Anything over that, just like ruin the flavor. But to each their own. But personally, I'm a medium rare person. But
I get medium. I forgot what I got.
but the Wagyu is just really, really tender. Just like a quality fillet. So
These mushrooms are light with a lot of flavor. With the swordfish. Let's try this forbidden rice. Why is it forbidden? Don't know.
you said that was cauliflower and
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato,
Yeah,
okay.
it's silk of the two. Delicious on the first few bites so far?
Yes, it's so good.
Yeah.
really good.
It's ridiculous. So good.
So yeah, the pureed cauliflower is just really nice, and then the sweetness of the sweet potato really go with it. But
it's like such an interesting like mix of flavors that all really work well together. I love this rice.
and this is typically what you can expect at signature dining restaurants around Walt Disney World. So I mean, you know, I have several favorite table services, but the quality of food and the ingredients at your signature restaurants like here at Tiffins, California Grill, Yachtsman Steakhouse,
Yep, that one.
and then Jico over at Animal Kingdom. You know, you're just going to get a lot of just really interesting ingredients with really great complementing flavors that you wouldn't find anywhere else on property. So, this is not the Crystal Palace.
Huh. But the Crystal Palace is awesome because you get to meet
No
Winnie the Pooh.
no offense to Pooh, but this is just going to be a little bit different experience.
I love Winnie the Pooh.
All right, so just talk to us a little bit about the dessert menu. What
Your faves.
your faves?
Perfect. Okay, so my number one favorite, the passion fruit tapioca creme. So it's completely different from what you might be thinking.
Yeah.
Are you thinking like tapioca pudding?
I
Right.
should've- Yes.
Yeah. So tapioca pudding is a little more mushier, kind of like the custard kind of thing. What we do with ours is it's tapioca pearls. So almost picture like little boba balls.
Yes.
Little tiny pearls of that. Those are passion fruit flavored. We do it in a trifle bowl. So it's that on the bottom. In the center is orange and grapefruit slices. And then on top is a white chantilly, so a white chocolate whipped. So it's going to be a more refreshing dessert. It's not going to be sweet or too heavy. It's going to be a nice kind of way to just end it and have a nice finale on that. Another excellent one is the whipped cheesecake.
Yeah,
With that, what we do, we kind of deconstruct a cheesecake. So we do a ribbon cheesecake down the center, crustless. On top, we do a granola sesame crumble. And there's espresso sponge cake pieces and some orange pieces on there. It's going to be a little different visually, too, of what you kind of expect of like a slice of cheesecake. If you're a chocolate fiend, that South American chocolate ganache, outrageous. It's Peruvian chocolate, so it's a dark chocolate. Not typically what we're used to here. It's not as as kind of cocoa as that. It's still gonna be rich because of a dark chocolate. We do a little Egyptian sea salt to have that nice kind of saltiness to it. So it's like a dark chocolate fudge, and then we have raspberry sauce, caramelized bananas, cocoa nib twirl, so it's like a cocoa a chocolate cracker almost too with it.
Okay.
So it's chocolate heavy on that.
Oh, how do you decide?
Close your eyes and point, and that's it, right?
You know, your first one off the list was the
Passion fruit?
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Sounds great. Excellent.
And I'll try the whipped cheesecake.
Whipped cheesecake? Beautiful.
Perfect.
All right, we'll get those going for the both of you, okay?
Thank you.
Absolutely. Part of my reach, I'll grab that for you.
So you have your dessert. So you have the yours is really interesting. It's a deconstructed cheesecake. Mm-hmm. So like the cheesecake is like in this ribbon form, which is really interesting. The plating is probably the most unique thing I've seen.
Totally.
I don't want to say it looks messy. I don't want to use that word. but-
It just like somebody like put cheesecake in like a frosting tube and just like put it on the plate and just like funneled it out.
So, and we'll have pictures linked in the show notes, but so you can see exactly what we're talking about. But as far as flavor goes, what do you think?
It tastes just like a cheesecake, like a normal cheesecake would. But the compliments of the espresso sponge cake on the side is very good with these citrus pieces. And then there's also a citrus roll that he gave me, and it tastes like candy. It tastes like the orange candy peels that you can get at any sugar store.
Yeah, those orange slices, yeah.
Yes. That's what it tastes like, and it's very, very good. But it's still like it doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually is like very filling. Like I'm like halfway through and I'm like getting full already. But it's very, very good.
So I know that for my dessert, I know he mentioned that when you think of tapioca, you think of tapioca pudding. This is far from that. The way it's presented in the glass, like I'm just trying to get like the different layers of everything inside it. But the chocolate and the orange and the grapefruit and the tapioca pearls at the bottom, I mean, just complement each other so much. You know, especially after having like a super heavy type meal with like steak or you know, the duck, or you know, something heavy like that. This is a really nice light dessert to go with that. So if you are getting those entrees, I would definitely recommend doing this dessert for sure.
What is it? The passion fruit tapioca cream.
Yes.
I'm sure you got these last time, but I will tell you. So Joe Rody is the main Imagineer of our park. So this is actually a photo from his sketchbook. This one's really cool because this one is a honey badger. There's a really great story on the back. Talks about the honey badger and kind of what the symbol is to the Imagineer. So that's for you to take home with you, okay?
So,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and that's another really great thing about this restaurant and the park in general. Just Joe's hand and everything. Joe actually frequents Nomad Lounge a lot. Last time I was actually in Nomad Lounge, she showed up. I'm like, oh, had a fanboy moment, needed a photo. But you when you get your table check, you get some artwork from him, and it just tops off everything. So wonderful dining experience.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mikey.
You're welcome.
So to recap, theming of the restaurant, awesome. The food, amazing.
Incredible.
Wagyu, Swordfish, the desserts. It's just such a great experience at Disney. Like probably definitely in my top 5 restaurants at Disney World.
Totally easily.
Get out and check this out whenever you are in the park. So I have no complaints. That was an incredible meal. And so I think that is going to do it for us today as we walk out of here full and happy.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe. Do you subscribe?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Subscribe
to the
comment,
podcast.
like below.
Yes, absolutely. Subscribe to the podcast. Once again, you can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Stitcher. We're on Google Play under Imagineers Podcast. You can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. And if you have any comments, you have any questions, especially about Tiffins or anything about the meal or your experience or what you can expect to experience here at the restaurant, leave us a comment and just let us know and we'll get back to you. But thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see y'all next time.
Jumbo.